What's going on, everybody? My name is Tyler.
I'm cool.
And welcome to episode 42 of Holy Heck, I Really Like Love Live, our podcast where we go in depth and discuss every single Love Live song from the very beginning until right now. And I hope you appreciate that intro because that took a combined like 20 minutes of getting that right.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think that was just a normal intro.
Oh, you know what? Sorry, I have the sore throat today and I had to try 42 times.
Yeah.
My bad.
It was a little weird. He kept coughing. He kept throwing up between every recording.
I let the ghost in my house do the intro.
Yeah.
This time, we are talking about Waku-Waku-Week and Daydream Warrior, and that's really, really hype.
Litty episode. Pretty litty episode.
Oh, just wanted to say, in case you guys didn't see my comment, on our bonus episode that was released yesterday, we talked about how there was no USA viewing for Hakodate Unit Carnival. Like, almost immediately after it was posted, I saw something that was like, USA viewings confirmed. So if you live in the USA, congratulations, you get to go see Hakodate.
Except for specifically me, the one Love Live fan in Alaska.
I looked and I saw that the list was very big of like the list of states. I was like, maybe, just maybe. And there was no Alaska. There's Hawaii though.
Let's talk, where are the Canadian viewings?
They're there too. They're there too.
Yeah, I know there's Canadian viewings. I might be coerced into going.
That'd be really hype.
I don't know if I can make that drive. I hate driving.
You have a passport?
I can talk to the border guards and do it.
Yeah, I feel like that might be just a little bit of a bigger issue than.
No, they're my boys.
So last time we asked you guys what group of I almost said Bluetooth. What Bluetooth song is your favorite?
Yeah.
What Blu-ray songs are your favorites so far with season 1 and season 2? Season 2 mostly being the singles and season 1 being all the songs that we're doing right now. And it was pretty one-sided in this one. I don't know if anyone chose. I don't actually know if anyone chose season 2. But wow, a lot of people chose season 1.
I think I read all of them and I didn't see any. So, yikes.
We got one coming in from Karaoke, who's a new viewer. So shout out to you, friend. They just go into details saying, so my big problem with Pop's Heart is it's too catchy and I have a tendency to get songs stuck in my head very, very often. This is exacerbated by the fact, by the fact that I just started playing Bang Dream Band Girls Party and the main group in that game, sorry, is named Poppin' Party. So whenever I saw that name, so whenever I see that name, I get Pop's Heart playing in my head. Yeah, I keep seeing ads for it on Facebook and I'm like, They always talk about covers. I'm like, did they cover Pop's Heart? Is that what's going on? Until I dug further and we figured it out.
Yeah, it's actually like a really fun game. Unironically, like I was playing it, it's pretty fun. I'm not gonna fall into it because I haven't watched the anime. Once I watch the anime, then I'll get addicted because then I'll care about the characters. But until then, casual.
Welcome back to Holy Heck, I Really Like Bang Dream, the unironic non-April Fool's episode.
Can I say something real quick? This isn't even very much, but I'm still like disappointed in myself a little bit. I added up all of my expenses that I've spent on SIF over the last 2 years I've played it, 2.5, 3 years, something like that. And I was like very disappointed that it was vastly over $600.
Oh,
I think it was almost 700. It felt really good.
I'm really sorry to hear that. Then again, I spent like over actually, my total.
How much money have you spent on RuneScape?
I mean, like, membership probably adds up, but not, like, money. I don't think I, like, actually gave Jagex any money that wasn't membership. Okay. But that being said, when I did play League of Legends and I bought goddamn every skin in the game, it used to be, I don't know if it's still the case, if you emailed Riot, they tell you how much money you spent. I spent, like, $982 US, and then my girlfriend at the time, who was from Canada, gave me a card, and I spent like $20 Canadian, so I just edged out over 1,000, and I was very disappointed in myself.
There's a website you can go to. I'm not as disappointed. I'm up to 13, and I'm not too disappointed in myself. But like the Idle Hell one, that one gets me pretty good. I was like, ooh. I was like, I don't even play this game. I've spent that much money on it.
And if you can believe it, Karaoke actually answered the question. Question answer. Super tough, but I have to lean towards season 1 because of Daydream Warrior. That's the reason I picked this question. Rolling One Way and G Senjo no Cinderella. That's the reason I would have picked the question, especially Daydream Warrior, as it's my favorite Aqua song ever. Well, you're in luck because we're doing that today. The solo songs so far have been good, but not able to break that mark yet. In This Unstable World came close, however. Yeah, I feel like if you like Daydream Warrior, then Unstable Worlds is pretty similar to your interests. So
let us know down below how much money you've spent on SIF.
Yeah, do that. I what did I buy? I bought like one thing
First.
once. I think I bought I bought like 10 love gems because I was like, it was someone's birthday and I like had like, I don't know, I was short like 10 and I bought it and I probably just got like one SR. You know how it goes.
Yeah, you know how it is.
I don't know. I'm not too big of a spend money on mobile games guy. I spent a little bit of money on Pokemon Go. I refilled my Pokeballs like 4 times.
Oh
so what's
my
that like?
god.
That was like $20 or something. Whatever. What about
Shout out to Best Fiends Forever. I spent like $30 on that game. Feels good.
Please just answer the question before I kill myself.
All right, we got a comment from Dextroy Fuller here. Season 1 takes the cake for me. I'll echo Tyler in saying that these first batch of solos have been pretty underwhelming. The only one I'm really in love with is Daya's White First Love. On the other hand, I love G Senjo and Sora Mokokoro more than the other 8 solos combined. I feel that. I don't even like those songs necessarily that much, but I
still like them more than the solos? Oh no!
I think part of the reason why is that Season 2 solos played it safe for the most part, resulting in unremarkable vocals for the vast majority of songs, whereas Season 1 songs were bigger and bolder and just let the girls go wild. Most notably in Thrilling One Way. Hopefully the next batch of solos will focus more on the vocal/musical aspect rather than trying to sound in character. I feel this one pretty strong.
They super did. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, these are I guess we haven't mentioned it yet. Maricon on Songs Out. Well, the preview. Did we mention that in the bonus?
We did mention that.
We did mention that in the bonus. So go watch that, everybody that doesn't.
Yeah, that was just us talking about how like we expected nothing and somehow, well, I guess the quote goes, we expected nothing and we're still disappointed, but we expected nothing and we got some good ass songs. I mean, the full version could just ruin everything, but who knows?
Yeah, but I would like, I echo this pretty strongly. I would really like the next batch of solos we get from Aquas to be more centered around just being vocally and musically impressive rather than fitting in with the character.
Don't play it safe.
The next big batch.
Half of Muse songs played it safe, and look where they are now. Disbanded. Come on.
A coincidence? Think not.
Oh, man. So these 2 songs today. Man, I mentioned it last episode, or I mentioned it at some point in time. I don't know. But it was like a constant battle for me to determine what your group song was my favorite. Waku-Waku-Week, G Central No Cinderella. And I think it was like Hand in Hand, despite that not being the Blu-ray song. I just like Hand in Hand like a lot. That's my favorite second year song. And I was just like, well, I know G Senjo's not my favorite, but I like the other 2. I can't decide. And then it got to the point where like G Senjo was like so dominantly my favorite that I was just like, yeah, those other songs exist. But today's not the G Senjo episode. Today's the Waku-Waku-Week episode. Waku-Waku-Week was in my top 10 for a very long time. Like,
very deserving.
It didn't get kicked, like it didn't get worse. It's just things got better. At least to me.
Yeah, I feel that. It's like a very solid top 20 for me. I don't think it's ever like peaked into the top 15 or so, but song's pretty phenomenally fun. And if nothing else in life, I want my J-pop to be phenomenally fun, you know?
I mean, yeah, that's like why we're here. Isn't that what like idols always say in like stereotypical interviews? Like, we're here to bring joy to the world, you know. We're not here to make the CEO of Atlantis goddamn super mega rich.
Whoops, we did that. That was an accident.
Yeah. Sorry, Bushi Road. And Daydream Warrior too. This is very much a case of in this unstable world. Not to quote karaoke here, but I feel very much the same way about this song that I do in this unstable world. Like I can acknowledge the musical, like just the level of composition and just how amazing it is. And like I was just talking to Luke. I was like, Luke, where would you rate this song? And what do you say, like 8 or 9?
8 or 9.
I was like, if I listened to this genre all the time, I would certainly 100% rate it that high. But it's not my thing. But I can sit back as a spectator and go, you know what? Wow, is it good though? Like that's kind of my deal. Kind of sitting over here like I could acknowledge that this is really impressive if you like this kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm not super huge into like the softer synth like we get with a lot of Azalea and a little bit of Lily White. Although that's cheating because Lily White's perfect and can do no wrong. But this harder synth that they do in this song, I'm a pretty big fan of. So this is probably my favorite, you know, super synth heavy Love Life song, right up there with Guilty as Fever. So those two are probably my favorite like synth songs in Love Live. So I'm pretty excited to talk about Daydream Warrior.
These are like EDC, like rave kind of like tier songs.
Yeah. And, you know,
Okay.
I'm a huge rave goer, so
Yeah.
I'm not.
I too do the Molly.
Yeah.
Anyway, you want to just hop right into Waku-Waku-Week, which we couldn't decide which one came out first. We just didn't know. We're like having a panic attack. Like, which one came out first?
Let's dig into the world's screamiest song.
今週のワクワクねえねえねえ教えて聞いてみたいいっぱいだワクワクじゃあ発表してごらん 失敗もあるけどそんなの気にせず成功数えてよ数えるほどはないかな経験が増えたらちょっとは立派になりそうなんとかやるしかない破れてかぶれていきましょう元気印の仲間はここだよ Show body face パイパイパイパイパイ笑っちゃいじけた自分あみんな楽しそうだよハッピースマイルしっぱだ初めてを数えたらその先にあるのはなんだろう君とみたいな初めてを数えたらその先にあるのはさらなる夢かもねわかんないけど来週もワクワクや予約はいっぱいだワクワクよし冒険してみたい
All right, controversial opinion here. These three year songs do a better job of character songs than the solos do. Thoughts? Obviously, it's a joke. It's a joke.
Is it a
It's
joke?
a joke.
No.
It's a joke.
No.
It's like a joke, but like how these these songs like feel very reminiscent of those, or I guess not reminiscent. They came first, but it feels like they're very similar. It's how they interact, all three of them
Okay,
together,
yeah.
versus how they interact by themselves.
Compromise.
You know.
This show or this group of songs is like very well shows the year dynamics together, whereas the solo songs show them better personalized for each girl. Like we got like the goofy first year song, the elegant, amazing like ooh we're the older like third year song, and then we got like the pseudo serious second year song, right?
Yes, pseudo serious. This is a love triangle second year song. Yeah, so I think these three songs do a really good job of just showing what these three are like together. You get some of the like, the song makes you feel like Yohane or Yoshiko.
Oh,
God, I'm becoming
no.
my own worst nightmare. I'm becoming my own worst nightmare. Yoshiko like feels like she's the punchline of every joke. You know, with these three together, she's always falling down and doing dumb stuff because she doesn't really know how to interact with people.
Same.
And this song makes you kind of feel like Yoshiko is probably the punchline of every joke from the other two, you know? Like near the end when when they're all like screaming at each other, it almost sounds like she's mad at them for teasing her. And when she screams
I
her
know.
autisms.
When she does her like, all right, first of all, like let me say the ad libs I'll talk about the ad libs when we get to like the end of the song. But man, that's like half the fun of the song. It's just like the dumb little ad libs at the back. But like I think you're totally right when like the first one she's like get on, like you know trying to be like her datenchi like kind of stuff.
And then everybody's and then Hanamaru and Ruby are like you're stupid, shut up.
And she's like get on, like angry about it. You're right. I wrote down in my notes here, Yoshiko breathes me. Yes, Slay Queen. Like, because that's honestly just anything Yoshiko does, I find to be like the best thing in the whole world. And I feel like this is like probably less of a Yoshiko song than the other two. Like, I mean, I get that Yoshiko is like, you know, she's goofy as hell. But I really think of the other two more when I think of this song. But at the beginning of the second verse, when she just starts going crazy in her lower range, like da da na 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 da na 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 na, I'm like, oh, that's the part. That's the part where she sings. And it's just
yeah, like she's pretty awesome. She has that solo near the end also. That's pretty exceptional. I think this is one of like, I don't know. I say this all the time. Like I haven't sat down and listened to this, but this has to be one of her better like performances just by herself. But This is also, I feel like, one of Hanamaru's better performances and Ruby's better performances. This is my favorite Loli Bait Ruby song, like where she's singing kind of in that voice, where she's not like very serious or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So
and it just sounds like the total song for it to be okay for her to sing like that, you know?
Yeah. It's super fun, super, windy song that I think she fits into super well.
It's like
windy.
It's kind of like it's kind of like the antithesis of Awaken the Power, where it's like the first part's amazing, but then she starts singing at the beginning of the second verse, and she has like this kind of voice, and it's like, I don't know if this song seems appropriate for that. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What were you gonna say though?
I like the intro synth, the wah wah wah. It's like kind of winding you up to go on this big adventure that you're about to go on with the first years. Yeah. It does a great job of kind of kickstarting. You're in the song and it's like, and you're like, I gotta do this again. You just gotta go on this assault of the ears that is Waku-Waku-Week, and like not an assault in a negative way at all.
Yeah. This is a happy assault. They're bombarding you with Christmas presents.
Yeah, at least they like get you ready. They're not like from moment one trying to murder you. They like take a little while to wind up and get going. And by a little while, I mean like 4 seconds.
You guys ever been on a roller coaster that launches you off with hydraulics like as soon as it starts? Like, you know how a lot of roller coasters are like, like you get slowly lifted up by the chain and then you fall down and that's like where you get all your speed from. I'm talking like Kingda Ka, New Jersey, where it's just like, all right, you're starting. Whoosh, you just get like launched off. That's what the intro is like. You just get launched right into the song. It's great. Man, there's so many things I wanted to talk about in this song. The chords, like every chord is in such a high range. Holy shit. It's like, can you believe how high some of these chords are? Like, as we all know, like chords can be played like anywhere. Like they can be lower or higher and still be like the same F chord or F sharp or whatever. But this song is just all in the high registry. This song is a hard song to sing too.
Oh yeah, definitely. They get a little bit down in some of the verses when the instrumental kind of like backs down and relaxes a little bit, but overall they're pretty up there. And something I really like about the chorus, when you get to like we talked about a couple weeks ago, you want everybody to like blend pretty well. In this song they don't blend, but that like adds to the chaos and the fun of this song. Being able to hear everybody kind of individually there, I think is really cool.
And on that note, I'll say it, guys. This is the ideal level of group singing versus solos. You may not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like.
Yeah, I do agree with that, yeah.
This is like, I think it works so well. There's never a time where I'm just like, wow, I wish I heard more of this girl. Like, obviously, like I want to hear more Ruby because she's my favorite girl, but like it's totally fair. Like every girl has exactly how much time they should have versus, having them sing all together without it being too much,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When we get to the choruses, they all sing together, and a lot of the verses, everybody's singing separately. Sometimes in the verses, they're singing together.
Yeah, the very verse part of the verse,
it all works out very well. Yeah.
I like how the idea of this song is like literally just shut up negativity, as I'm going to shoot you in the face with this gun if you don't have a lot of energy and be happy. We're
going on an adventure.
I'm going to literally kill you right now.
I will go on an adventure with this gun if you do not go on an adventure with me. I mean that's a good metaphor, really.
Oh man, do you feel like we just like jump into the chorus of this song, where it's like, you ever like go to I don't know, like a barbecue or something, right? And you're in someone's backyard, and like they have a pool because you're at someone nice's house, and you don't want to be like that like the first guy to jump in the pool because that's like, I don't know, maybe you don't want to do that. But then like as soon as people start doing like the fun thing, you're like, oh yeah, now I can go do the fun thing. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like,
oh yeah,
kind of like waiting for someone to do the fun thing before you do it. I feel like that's the chorus of this song. Like the chorus starts, I'm like, I'm ready to jump into it. I've been waiting for it, Like as soon as it starts out with like the Haji Bente, it's like, all right, the fun has begun. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This feels like you're going on that adventure finally. The verses are getting you to like get out of bed and go on the adventures. The choruses are the adventures.
Oh yeah, that's it. The lyrics in the chorus are definitely like, we are not on an adventure right now. Sorry.
Whoops. Something like in the backing, there's this like very playful like fun piano playing the whole time.
Oh yeah, it's just
and
hanging out.
It kind of feels like, it kind of feels like it's very playful, like kind of childish, like very whimsical. And it feels like Ruby went up to a piano and like saw Rico play the piano once and like started playing, and it accidentally sounded good.
Yeah.
It's like a little children's piano, It's like a little pink children's piano with like half the keys. but it sounded pretty good, so they put it in the song.
And she said she put her right hand like all the way up in the high part, and she just started mashing around, and that's what it is. It sounded good.
Yeah, it's very whimsical, very childlike, very fun, very adventurous.
So cool.
See, there's the adventure thing again. Ruby went to it and started having an adventure on the piano.
It's one of those pianos in a public place, like in subways in the UK or something. I don't know.
Like in Your Lie in April.
Oh, can't relate. Sorry.
When he starts playing the piano in the cafe. That's like episode 3. This isn't spoilers. 2? Might be episode 2. 3. Go on.
I think there's this really cool motif in the song where I feel like you could skip to any point in this song when you're listening to it, and you'll have some kind of rising up going, like either in the vocals or the backing. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where it's like
and then it kind of mellows. They use the bridge between the chorus and the verse at the end to kind of mellow it back down, and then you're back to rising.
Where it's like, even in the very beginning of the chorus, like na na na, that's going up. And then, like, in the backing of the chorus, you have, like, a ba, 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 and then it goes back down and then it comes back up. Or even, like, the beginning where it's like, ba, ba, na, waku-waku, ba, 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 na, na, na. Like, it's just constantly just going up. You just keep climbing up this mountain, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And then whenever it goes back down a little bit, it doesn't go back. I don't feel like it goes down as far as it did last time. It just keeps rising and rising, and then it falls down after the chorus. And then it goes back to rising and rising. Very cool. And then the bridge, during the bridge before Yoshiko solo, he like plays the sick guitar solo, and then it like breaks. So he's like, well, I can't play this anymore. Or whoever played it, like, can't play this anymore. So then it was like, Yoshiko, can you like take over while I fix this?
So it turns out Luke is actually a scheduling mastermind, who totally did this on purpose. How last episode in Yo's solo song, we talked about the creep chord, which is when you take a chord and then play the minor version of it to have it, give it like a cool kind of like sad thing, but not always. That's in the Yo song, which really impressive because you did the schedule before the Yo song came out. So I mean, really, like you're seeing into the future then. Yeah. This song.
That's the third eye.
This song does the reverse creep chord. You want to? I don't have a name for it. You want to call it the Waku-Waku-Week chord? It's
the Reversu-Waku-Waku chord. There it is.
The Reversu-Waku-Waku
chord. It now. Put it up in the music theory subreddit.
That's when you go from a minor to a major, and they do that in the chorus, which is really cool. So I'll play it like really slow first, okay? So I'll let you know when it's gonna happen. So we got Hajimete wo kazoetara. Here's the minor. Sono saki mi aru no wa nandaru. Now I'm gonna play it fast. Hajimete wo kazoetara. Sono saki mi aru no wa nandaru. Kimi to mitanda. So going from to kind of gives it that like really cool, I don't know, like rising feeling, because that's exactly what it is. Because you're going from something like kind of like ooh sad, it's a gray day, just my dog is dead, and then you just jump to Rip. Here's my dog, I found him.
Rip. Let us know down below what the dog's name was.
So it goes from losing your dog to finding your dog like right after, and it gives like the cool effect of just rising. So one more time. So here's the minor, and then the major. So I really like that a whole lot. So that's all I wanted to talk about for that one, because that just really adds to the whole like rising motif, So I really like. Let us know down below if you'd like when I become a ukulele boy. It's like the easiest instrument to just pull out of my closet and just go ham with. So shout out to that.
It's very, very good and not the worst. But I'll tell you what is not very good and is the worst. That we'll never ever be able to see the song live.
I know.
Not a single person on Earth has ever seen. There was what, like 40,000 people in there that got to see it. No one else ever will. Like
we were just talking about this. If you're not up with this, if you didn't see our last episode or bonus episode, we were talking about how we wanted to see the subunit songs for the B-sides of their newest releases. So that's Innocent Bird, Kagandori Day, and Shout I Get to Love. And in addition to that, I forgot to mention that G Senjo, we've seen Sormo Kokoro, I think, and Waku-Waku-Week are also there. So in addition to not seeing those other three, we're also not going to see these two ever. Except we got to see the outfits for both, which makes me even more sad.
Twitter's a demon. I'm never going to Twitter again.
So I really hope what if they're going to play it at the Unicarnival? We don't know.
I'm panicking. I hope that'd be really cool.
I mean, I'll know like when it's over, and I'll like say, oh, they played Waku-Waku-Week.
I mean, yeah. Did you get a live viewing or a delayed viewing?
Delayed viewing.
We'll know before on Twitter.
We will. In fact, I think you'll probably see it before I do. So a few more things we wanted to mention. I know we're kind of running short on time here. The ad-libs, okay. Like, these just make it the character song. Like, let's be real with ourselves here.
The ad-libs are pretty fantastic. It just feels right to end with those ad-libs when throughout the entire song you could hear incoherent screaming from them in the background. Like, it's not singing, they're still saying the words. It happens a lot in the chorus. You can hear them. I guess it's coherent, it's not incoherent anymore. But you can hear them saying the words, but they're just screaming them, you know?
Yeah, for anyone who's unfamiliar, when we say ad-libs, we're talking about when they go, Giran, and Zura, Maru, and then Piggy, and Piggy, you know. A little,
yeah,
like,
she just throws
extra,
up everywhere in the booth, and they just left it in there.
The extra, like, not singing, not speaking, kind of just, like, autisming.
They're autisms.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very good. Very fun. Adds that nice little, like, spike of flair and fun that the song didn't need, but we'll take it anyways.
We got the claps. Can't forget to talk about the claps where everything da na 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 na. That's gonna be my big thing if I ever see this perform live. I feel bad for the person next to me who's going to go deaf because I'm going to clap my hands too loud. They're going to go
down
deaf.
below if you enjoy the game Depth. I beat it the other day. I'm very scared of the ocean, but I forced myself through it and I got the job done.
Yeah.
Very scary for me.
Me too, except I saw a shark in real life. I'm not gonna stop talking about that because it was scary as hell and I thought I was gonna die.
Let me know when you turn around and there's a Reaper Leviathan eating your submarine, alright? You don't know true fear.
Right, sorry. So this song is like a project. People are talking about Infinity War being the most ambitious crossover of all time. No. The most ambitious crossover of all time is Waku-Waku-Week. It was written by like 80 people, including but not limited to Ramsini and Hiware Uchida, who composed it, and Ramsini, who also arranged it, and our boy Kotaro Odaka. Oh, this song has 80 million people who have worked on it. This is like the craziest thing.
I wonder how many people made the album art, because it's pretty good. Album art is pretty phenomenal. It's one of my favorites.
You get the one.
Ruby's very scared of the seals, and Maru's just cool with them.
Ruby is also very scared of the ice cream she's holding in her hand.
Yes, she's fearful of it.
And the last thing I wanted to talk about, bringing a little percussion quota here. I really like in the last chorus, and I really hope you play a little clip of it for people, because it's not something you might not notice it on your first listen. The drums get goddamn angry right at the beginning of the Hajimari wa doko data. Right after everyone's done doing their ad-libs, it goes from like a normal drum beat to the ducka 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 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 that we like talked about before, the Motown beat sped up times a million. And I think that's super cool because it's just like, I don't know, it's just one last jolt of excitement before you leave. Just here's your, what do they call it in Fallout? Jet? Is it Jet?
Oh, what? Oh, Jet. Yeah, that's one of the drugs.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of
Here's
drugs.
your one last dose of Jet before we leave.
Notice something super cool in the album art. Ruby's holding a yellow ice cream cone, and Hanamaru's holding a pink ice cream cone. They're lesbians.
Didn't even think of that. Oh my god, that's like the wrestling episode of SpongeBob where they have like each other's color underwear. Yellow.
Yeah, that's
pink.
deep, dude.
Oh my god, it's the same colors too. We didn't even realize.
So that's very neat that they're holding each other's character colors.
I hate this song. Anyway, so. This one down below if this
Look
is
at
the
how
best.
happy these walruses are, man, hanging out with Hanamaru. Why don't I get to be happy and hang out with Hanamaru? That's deep right there.
Why aren't I a walrus in real life?
Yeah.
I don't think they're walruses. I think those are seals.
These are seals. Yeah. I said walrus, I'm sorry.
It's okay, I forgive
Report me if you want to.
you. Is it?
Don't report me. I got banned for 14 days in League. I can't get him at all.
No. I'm not going back. I never realized that, like, on Hanamaru's cover, like, they're very, very much just, like, right there looking at you, too. Like, they're like, accept the ice cream cone.
Yeah. They're like, accept this. This treat from our queen.
Although,
gladly.
from what I've seen about, like, seals and sea lions in California, I've heard, like, don't actually go near them as they are not, like, sea
they're kind of
puppers.
jackasses.
Like,
they're very smart, and they're kind of jackasses, and they probably just won out.
They're not sea puppers, as media would have me believe.
Yeah.
But I think that's just about enough for this song, right? Like this is a 20-minute song we've talked about here.
Yeah, we got it in. We got it in right here.
So did Ruby and Hanamaru, but that's none of my business, you know.
Ooh.
Let's
hit that.
Or
let's be like Anchan,
and make 6 figures.
Arisha and I'm having Icon and hit the world's biggest yeet like they did when they did Daydream Warrior live.
Wait, are you talking about dancing?
Yeah.
Shows how much you know. Because it was Shuka, Icon, and
Oh,
Anchan.
you're right. It was Shuka. Shuka. So my apology. You're right. Icon does something with those two at the beat in like the first chorus. That was my mess. That was apology. Apology to everybody out there.
Fake fan.
Let's watch them hit the world's biggest yeet.
So let's talk about song centers and how this song isn't a Yoshiko center, but it's really a Yoshiko center.
Yeah,
It's the Yoshiko center song.
We don't get to know who's official centers of anything, and there's so much like discourse over on the wiki that they were just like, you know what? There's no Aqua centers. It's fine, except for the specific ones that they say. Yeah,
it happened very, very, very specifically for Sky Journey about how they couldn't argue if it was a Ruby center or a Chica center or a no center. It was like, you know what?
Yeah.
And they just like deleted the center portion of Sky Journey.
Yeah, they're like, you know, it's over. Aqua songs don't get centers except for the 3 that we know exactly who the center is.
Yeah, who they've explicitly said is the center.
Who won contests.
Yeah. Or My Tonight for some reason. Aina, of all people, was the one who said that Ruby and Dio were the centers for that, so okay.
Respect.
Okay, so like this is, come on. Can we agree that this is like the most unofficial of official centers for Yoshiko here?
Right up there. I think you could make an argument also for Waku-Waku-Week because she gets the solo at the end. But yeah, overall, this is one of the most Yoshiko centers that's on not a Yoshiko center ever.
I think the distribution of solos at Waku-Waku-Week, like somebody had to have the solo there. I think it's less of a center and more of just a, hey, Yoshiko needed another solo and this is an open spot. But for this one, she's in the middle the whole time, gets a long ass intro, gets kind of like a little thing at the end, and like, you know, does her dance. I feel like this has to be a Yoshiko center, despite it not being on the wiki or anywhere in paper. So something we talk about that happens sometimes in Love Live is things get like really Western. Because, like, you know, like J-pop and just Japanese music has like a very distinct sound, and Love Live does it like 98% of the time. But songs like Arihurata Kanashimi no Hate, which is Ellie's solo song, and this song,
the Avril Lavigne song from the mid 2000s,
right? That one, the rocker girl song, as you call it. Like, I feel like these songs just came right out of like an LA producer's basement, like. Especially the wahs at the beginning, like the wah, 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 wah. Come on. Like, I feel like that's totally something you'd hear on the radio here. Maybe that's why everyone, like, from the West that I talked to is absolutely in love with this song. Can we talk about how everyone's in love with this song?
Yeah, this is truly the Yes Queen song. Everybody's yes.
I really wish I could like hit on the head one day and then wake up and be like, wow, EDM is my favorite genre, so I can be on board with everybody like that. Like, there's a few songs that just like extend past genres that get me, like Cutie Panther. But I wish one day that this is one of them. You know,
that you wake up one morning and be like, all right, Daydream Warrior is pretty damn good. I feel that.
I mean, I think it's fantastic. It's just I wish I was like, I can't wait to listen to this 40 times. You know?
Yeah, like I like this song a lot. It's a solid, you know, top 20, top 25 for me. It's just like it's one of those songs that I'll put in a playlist, and then when I like go through to delete songs and put new songs on playlists, it sometimes gets kicked out, and then I'll put it back in there eventually, and then it'll get kicked out again. It's just one of those ones that like moves in and out. You can't do it too much, you know. Like me personally, I'm not a huge EDM fan, but this is one of the ones that really does it for me.
You know, let's talk about. It's not really a heated debate. It's more of just a camp, like two different camps of people that I see discussing this song. All right, so for the $1 million question, is Kanon's part of this song good or bad? Discuss.
I feel like Kanon's part is like fine. I wish it wouldn't have been Kanon. I think people get more upset that it's like Kanon than the fact that it's like necessarily bad versus good. If it would have been like anybody else, I think it would have been okay, because Kanon's just got like the history of kind of getting shafted in solos. You know, she has the "I Love You" in Aquarium, and she's got a bunch of other songs. That's probably the most predominant one, but where she just gets these really short, like weird, not singing parts, and it feels so much different than everybody else. If it would have been like Yo, I don't think people would have been as upset.
Yeah, like who got a lot of voices, who got a lot of lines at the time? Probably like Yo or like even Chica. That would have been funny.
Yeah. Like
shove Chica to that role.
Yeah, I think it would have been fine. I don't think people would have been upset, but because it's specifically Kanon, I think that's where like everybody gets upset. I think it's fine. Like somebody had to fill that role. I think that like those synth talking parts are like important for the song. So I'm happy they're there, but I don't care. Like I think Kanon does it fine. Like honestly, Kanon is my least favorite vocalist on Aqua's anyways, so like this works out perfectly for me.
That's the big oof right there. Oh my lord. That's okay. I mean, you always gotta have a last. We always talk about that.
You always gotta have a last. But like, not to say that Kanon's not great. But
if you're like totally, sorry.
If someone had a gun to me and was like, somebody's got to do the talking parts, who's it gonna be? And I was like, who do I like singing the least? You know, it's like least place out of my favorites. You know.
Yeah, they're all fantastic. You know.
Yeah.
It's just if you're like totally not on board with what we're talking about here, it's at the end of both verses when we have a robot talking to you that says like, "Why don't you man nah?" That's Kanon.
At the end of both the it's before every chorus, I think. I think it happens 3 times. Yeah, it's just weird.
So, your face when Kanon actually has the most lines in this whole song. Whoa.
Happy Party Train was a revelation. I never even heard Kanon actually sing. So that was quite the game changer.
Aquas has a 9th member. But yeah, so can we stop ignoring this now? Can we talk about the choreography for this song, please?
Choreography's pretty sick. The world's hardest yeet. We talked about it very lightly. There's a great video out there of Anchan and Icon doing it at a meet and greet at one of the probably the Taipei one or something, and they do the dancing really great. You know what I'm talking about? And then King and Aina come over and start doing like their terrible. Or no, it's Aina and
Fururin, right?
Fururin, yeah. And then King does her like terrible dancing. It's great.
And they just start like terrible dancing next to their like amazingly choreographed several months. You know,
took decades
holy
to
hell,
learn.
They just hit the hardest yeet when they just. Oh my god, I remember I first saw this without music, like. It was just like someone's
like
horrible cell phone video from the live that definitely shouldn't have been taken. So please don't take cell phone videos at the live. And it just showed it shows like the dance they did, and then someone commented like, "This is for Daydream Warrior." And then later on we got like the actual thing, and oh my god, just the 3 girls in the middle. So that's Aikyun, Anchan, and Shuka. And they go ham in the middle, and the best part is all the other members are just like sitting waiting for their turn, like they're literally not even dancing. Like it's all spotlight is just on them. And I'm going to link it in the description below because oh my god, I found one that's like actually them, but even if I didn't find it, like I would have linked a dance cover because I want you guys to see it. Like,
yeah, the dance
it
covers
is...
are pretty cool. Be careful, they are cursed though.
Oh, audio-wise, yes.
They are
very
lightly
cursed.
cursed.
But, oh my gosh, this was such an amazing thing to see. I found one from the T-Spook event, so that's cool.
Ooh, easy.
Uh-huh. It's when Anshan got reverse con me con. That's a good one.
Yeah. That's a classic video. And it was like raining and they were gonna die.
Yeah, that one. I like how this song is basically just like dun dun high, dun dun low, dun dun high like 50 times, and that's the song. There it is. We figured it out.
That's the formula for a good song.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Something else I like about the song is there's a very like strong infamous. I'm infamous now for misusing words. There's a very strong emphasis on the bass synth and the backs just hitting that 1 2 3 4 yeet throughout the entire song. And if it's not there, then there's like clapping that are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, it's super nice. It never really does anything. I would not be able to play that on Rock Band because I don't use the foot pedal in Rock Band, and it's really weird. At Chase Dubia's house yesterday, yeah, I can't. I'm super bad at coordinating my hands and feet at the same time. I've just never been able to do it. And so yesterday when I was playing Rock Band at Chase Dubia's, all the songs just didn't have bass drums in them. It was really weird. I don't know if it was a glitch in his Rock Band.
That's
or
the
what.
mod. Yeah, he modded it. He knew you were coming over.
Like if there was a part where it was only bass drum, sure, we're hitting that yeet. But like, man, I can't coordinate my hand and feet at the same time, man. I feel like a spaghetti monster.
You can't chew gum and walk at the same time.
Shouldn't have said Chase Dubia's full name on here. Now he's gonna get mad at me. I've been calling him Chase Dubia, and he's like, it's Chase. I'm like, come on, it just slips out.
Every time I say it.
Yeah, I say it so much, and he's like, ah.
Have you guys noticed how there's just infinite harmonies in this chorus?
Oh, it's
like,
great.
It's like, you know, when you're like in a rich person's house or something, or maybe you could just do it with like a small mirror, and like you're in their bathroom and there's like a mirror in front of you and a mirror behind you, and then you look and like you see the infinite mirror world. You know what I'm talking about, right? That's what it's like in the chorus of this song. They're just everywhere. Like you can just pick and choose, and you're like, I think there'd be a harmony here, and then you like listen for it, and there is. It's just that's just how it works out every time.
It feels like in Waku-Waku-Week when you can pick out all three of the girls' different parts. They're all kind of like on the melody though. In this song, like everybody is on harmony except for like one person. I can't necessarily like pick out each one of them who's on what, but there is like 9 very distinct different parts, and they work super well together. They don't blend, and that's fine. It's okay to not blend unless it was on accident. Then I'm coming for you, Lantis.
Yeah, that's for the people over at Ganba Hubi who like meticulously listen for that kind of stuff, including our boy EJ. So thanks for doing what you do.
Yeah. Shout out to the homies.
Failing all those quizzes above the easy level of who sings what.
I really like the speaking of the chorus. I really like the echoes. There's some like cool echoes.
Like the super reverb.
Daydream, you know.
That yeah.
Yeah. And I like when we end off in the final chorus where they hit us with that quiet lost love to like it's that nice little like change of pace that you're not expecting there. And it kind of sends you're like, oh that was nice. Song's like super sad also. I just like read the lyrics probably for the first time ever, and just like really sad song about being in love with someone and then they like actually didn't want to be with you. So, and you're really yearning for that day to come back you're daydreaming that the day will come back that you can be with them again.
So then you go hit that Waddui yeet and just goddamn do the best dance of all time and be like, this is what you're missing.
Yeah, this is what. Yeah. Yes.
Yes, queen, dance.
Yes, queen, hit that yeet.
Oh man. I think there's like dubstep elements all over this song, which I think is funny. It's like definitely a few years late, but that's okay. Of just all kinds of like wahs and like kind of things that I don't know the name of, but they're everywhere in the song.
There's like those strong like floppy disk loading noises throughout it, like
like those things
like
that people
computer
make
hard
like
drive loading.
People that make like snow halation covers out of like the sound of floppy disks being floppy disks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I know the ones.
I forgot about this. The go that they shout before the world's hardest eat.
Go.
Pretty sick. Yeah. It really lets you tell I'm about to be assaulted.
Yeah, I'm about to regret my decision to go out with this woman. I'm about to be full of lament and regret.
Let us know down below if you would be full of lament and right when you hear her shout "go" while she starts autistically dancing in the middle of McDonald's. Probably the most serious question we've ever had on this show.
Holy shit!
She's like the pickle Ree guy.
Stop! You need to understand my thought process. Okay. In my head, I had it all laid out. Him like watching from the front row, and you're like, as she hits the biggest. I was like, yeah, and then I just like picture like, you know, Icon about to go crazy, and you're like, yeet. I'm like, yeah, and then you're like in the middle of McDonald's. I'm like, wait a minute, I just gotta backtrack my thoughts for a minute. Like,
it would be pretty tough to have a relationship after that happens. You might just walk out of McDonald's and drive home.
The pissed off like 42-year-old cashier is like, can you please just tell me? Can you please just tell me?
Like, how many apple pies was that?
It's like flailing around. The pickle Ree guy. Oh my god, that was so fun. Don't say that again.
Am I getting a phone call? Call this back. Yeah, this is the Blood Bank of Alaska calling me for the 40,000th time. This is like the third time on the podcast they've called me. I don't
have that much blood.
I donated like 3 weeks ago. What do you want from me? All right, continue.
I think that's about all I had to say for this song, right?
Yeah, I think that just about covers what I wanted to do.
All right, where's my quota? I gotta say that Ruby's solo at the end of the big choreographed dance solo, I gotta say is probably one of her best vocal performances of all time, albeit very short. It is so nice and just so not what we're used to, especially at the time where it's like, hey, here's Waku-Waku-Week, the silliest song next to Genki Zenkai. Oh, and then here's Daydream Warrior. By the way, I'm like the best singer. Who would have guessed?
And then Hanamaru comes up behind her and just totally blows her out of the water, right?
Yeah, and then blows her because that's the direction we're going.
Ooh, the ice cream cone's revenge. I guess like one of the last things that I feel about this song is they do it in this song, and they do it again, and they'll do it again, and I'll mention it again. Girls becoming instruments, I love it. It happens sometimes in the song and the chorus, and it's just another great thing. And it happens a lot in these EDM songs, so super big fan of it.
I just imagine like DeviantArt spaghetti of like Ellie turning into a trumpet.
Yeah, I like that.
Of it's like just the phases.
Link us down below if you got something like that for us.
Alright, if you post the one of the guy turning into Charizard or a diaper, I will not hesitate to ban you from this channel.
I'll unban you.
I will ban Dextroid Fuller Sticks EJ in a heartbeat if you post that, I swear to God.
Daddy EJ, let us know down below.
So I think that pretty much leads into our question, right? Are you about ready?
Questionnaire. That's what they called me back in high school.
Yeah, they didn't call you Bill?
No, they called me Bill, yeah.
So our question this time is, what part in any given song is so great that you will gladly listen to the whole song to get to that one part? And this is because, like, really, I love the Daydream Warrior solo so much, and I will listen to all of it just to get to the part where I could picture Icon dancing at McDonald's in my head. In addition to the Waku-Waku-Week part at the end where they all have their little ad-libs where they all just go crazy, probably in a McDonald's.
If Waku-Waku-Week starts and I kind of want to skip it, I gotta get to that part.
Yeah, I at least gotta listen to the whole song before I skip it.
Yeah, exactly.
So why don't you go first, Luke?
Mine's an easy. I'm kind of cheating a little bit because the song itself is like
big
good enough
cheating,
where you could just listen to it and really enjoy yourself. But the payoff at the end, that payoff moment, is incredible. I'm gonna go Big Cheaty Boy Snow Halation. The rest of the song in Snow Halation is obviously great, but that ending, that payoff, is what makes it how great it is. Adds that level that makes it the most iconic song in Love Live, and arguably everybody's favorite. Everybody loves Snow Halation, and it's that part at the end that I think that really does it. Hanukkah solo at the end is one of these, a hard one of these.
I don't think I could actually like listen to that part without thinking of Tokyo Domu just being on fire.
Yeah, exactly.
Orange.
Like music that can get chills up your spine every time. That's one of them for me. What about you, Tyler? What's your answer to this one?
It's really funny that you said Snow Halation because like I was thinking of my answer and I was like, well, Snow Halation's like the obvious one. Like I thought that and I was like, I'm not gonna pick Snow Halation. Like, come on.
Yeah, I started my scroll down the Muse page of the Love Live wiki and I was like, oh, Snow Halation. I'm just gonna go with Snow Halation. Like that's so easy, but it's so like It's so perfect for this
question. No one can blame you for picking Stellation, right? Like that's like, come on. Anyway, I'm gonna go with the last double chorus in Gmo-I after the solo when they get to like repeat themselves. You know the one, the very last chorus, specifically the part where I don't know. I think we have like the Waku-Waku super reverse creep chord in there. I haven't checked though. You know the one that we talked about today, where it's like
the Wakanda reverse creep chord.
Yeah, that's the one where it's just na 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 summer love, and then they start right up again. Na 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 na. It's just every time I get to that part, I'm like, wow, it was worth listening to this whole song. Thanks, blessed double chorus.
Super good answer. I listened to the entire song so I can get to the Gmo-I's at the very end.
Oh, at the end?
That's the payoff for me.
I make my own Gmo-I's like Aikion did and Shuka.
The arms.
In the yeah, I'm very guilty of driving with one hand. Yeah, hella guilty of driving with one hand and then Gmo-Ing with my other. Like,
yeah, that's a classic.
Come on, man. But anyway, let us know down below what song you will listen to the whole thing for just to get to one very special part. But next week, we got not only a guest, we got EJ coming back on. That's pretty cool. I'm so happy I could just like yell at, I don't know, just talk about drums or something in G-Senjo no Cinderella with somebody. We got G-Senjo no Cinderella, Thrilling One Way, and Tayo Yo 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 Oki 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 Yo Oki.
Tuba song.
The tuba song.
The tuba song. That song's got a goddamn tuba in it.
Oi Kakero. That's the song.
It's a gift. Really good week next week.
I'm actually like supremely excited for next week. That's so exciting. And then we got Date Date Amujo after that. That's your episode.
Woo, that's a goodie. That is a, whew, that song is, woo. What's
We've
the song
been here
next
for
to that
a while.
one? What's the song
Next to
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, okay.
That's a Soriwa Bokutachi no
the second season. Oh, so we're heading into second season of Muse.
I guess we are, and then
Very
right after
exciting.
that we can not head into second season and discuss Ruby and
Ruby
Dai's Blu-ray
dies,
solo.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Perfect. Oh,
Going
man.
as planned. Well, I guess we will see you guys next week.
See you next week, boys.
「